guys, Wahoo here, back in another video, this time around to guide you through the Friendsgiving event of 2022. And yes, I'm feeling much better. If you've seen my recent videos when I did the buy the lures thing, you should go buy your lures right now in the live servers because they will get expensive. That's just a little bit of a service announcement right there. But yes, I was sick over the weekend, but I'm feeling much better right now. So thank you for asking. And today we are going through the Friendsgiving event, also known as the Thanksgiving event for those that live in America. But I also want to thank all of you guys for always watching, supporting, all that stuff. It means the world to me. We got a two-parter as we are used to, not as I really wanted. I'm gonna mention it one more time. I know I say it every time, but at least we have two-parter now. You know, the few times you do have, but it is a two-parter where you get the first part now, and then you have to do the second part after. It does show up at the same time, so I feel like that's a little bit confusing, but you do have to do this one first. That's usually how they do it. You know, the one here you have to do first, and then you can start the other one, but it shows up at the same time. Maybe you can do them both at the same time, but I don't really know if you can or not, but just do one. It doesn't really take that long, so you can just do one, but I will still love what I like to know or like to do or would have it like to do, if that makes any sense. I would like it that you get this one this week, and then the second week you get the second part of the storyline. Like, you have to come back and do the second. I don't want like bigger events. Sure, I would love to have a little bit of a longer quest line, but I would just love that the quest line was like continued the week after, so you had some incentive to come back the next week, and I could do 2 videos. I would then have more content to make. But I would also love the thing that you had to come back to the game and get the second part, and you just don't have to do everything in the first day and it's all gone. But you basically spread out the more content on more days than all of it on one day, basically. I know they've tried to do that. They have done it with these, you know, small daily ones, so you do have to come back to do those every day. They're pretty simple, but still, yeah, I just sort of just really like that. You know, we had the first part, the first week, second part, second week. Just a little request from here. Just a little feedback. But as you saw, we do have the 14 days, so make sure you do your quests or little daily quest adventures on Saturdays to get that double XP potion. And also want to mention with this again, on Thursdays you can get 3 empowered gem boxes just by doing the PvP quest that is in the hub. I'll show that under quest or step number 1, because we have to go to the hub in step number 1. Spoiler, I know, spoiler. Step number 1, we have to go to the hub as we usually do. So I'll show you guys there as well in step number 1, where you're gonna pick up the PvP quest, and on Thursdays you can just do a PvP match, and then you can basically just get those 3 free empowered gym boxes. Pretty easy, pretty simple. You can also do them from clubs, but this one is just always there and it's simple to do, so you can just jump in and do it whenever you want to, and you get that empowered gym boxes, which can be a lot of dust if you get some cool ones and so on. So anyways, that was the intro. Let's jump into step number 1. Alright, so for step number 1 of part 1, we do have to use the Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving. You have to use that one, and that's in the hub. So we got in the hub right here. Over here is the little area where you are going to, you know, do your most of your stuff. And you got a big, nice table to invite a bunch of friends for food. Hopefully the chairs is not scaled to the food, because that seems like small food for big chairs. Anyways, we are going to use the oven, and that's right here. It's a little bit crowded in here, but it's right over here. So all you have to do for step number 1 is just go interact with it, and that's going to complete step number 1. That's not really much to it other than just interacting with it, as you can see here. Let me show you guys the thing that we were talking about in the intro as well with the quest on Thursdays. Basically what you do is you go over here. You can see this is where you spawn in right there. So over here in the corner, also next to the dragon hub, is where you are going to find the PvP hub as well. And you go down the stairs, and here is a little quest guy. Earn yourself a Bumberell coin just by doing so. Just interacting with him, just accepting the quest, and then getting yourself a coin. It can also be from your tome. It can also actually just be from doing other PvP stuff. But it's basically just for getting a coin. Just go in and sign up for PvP, and then join. Make sure you like at least get you know, I was about to say step number 8, but at least get rank 8. There you are going to get get first block. You can also get that. Just getting yourself a coin and then come back out, claim that coin, and you are done with that one. And Thursdays are going to be pretty easy to do that one. Both you get some coins, but you also get, of course, that empowered gym boxes that you are going to need. But that was step number 1. I'm trying to get as fast to step number 2 as possible because, you know, this is just a little bit of a side thing. So yeah, step number 2 coming up right now. Alright guys, for step number 2, we have to cook a side dish, and how we're going to do that, we're going to use the oven once again. So going into the oven and then clicking on the sides, this is where you are going to craft these as well. We have to do one of these as they are. If you don't have enough for all these, you can basically buy them on the marketplace, or if you have them around, you can do so as well. The last year's are down here. If you want these down here as well, they are going to cost these bullion, which we are going to get later on. But right now, we want to get one of these here sides. If you want to get some of these other ingredients for it, you can actually go behind here and talk to this guy and buy some of these, but they are very, very, very overpriced. I don't know how much it actually is. I don't hope it's not one per if you just get one. Let me just go back and see if that was just one, because I only, yeah, it cost you 99,000 or 10,000 per item, so it's going to be very expensive buying it from this guy. So I'd rather probably go and buy them off the marketplace if you want to get them that way, or you can do it through gardening if you want to do so as well. You know, you got your getting your vegetables and all that stuff through all these, and also, you know, all the, you know, harvesting and all that stuff. But since I do have some of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and take, I think I'm gonna take, just do the onions ones. I'm just gonna do the green beans and craft this one as well. As you can see, that is gonna craft yourself a side dish. But you can choose whatever you want to, whatever is cheapest on the marketplace. These are also a little bit cheaper maybe, because these, or maybe the tater tarts are a little bit cheaper on the marketplace, or other way around. But you choose whatever you feel like. Go on the marketplace, search for all of them, and figure out which one is the cheapest for you. Or if you just have it, just go ahead and craft that. So that's step number 2, and we can head into step number 3. Alright guys, so for step number 3, we have to cook up 3 of Qubesly's favorite dishes, and they're also in the oven, as you can see right down here, Qubesly's favorites. So here you can choose whatever you want to. There is 6 different ones. This one is with the golden cheese shells and the glacier shards and water. This one is with tater tarts, bunfest, and corn on the cob. I feel like this is a little bit expensive if you want to do 3 of these. There's also this one, also kind of pricey with the 25 of each of these. As you can see, I don't really have these either, so I'm just gonna skip these. The other ones are pretty simple to do. As you can see, it's enchanted wood and mushrooms. And it's also fey and meteorite. This might also be a little bit more expensive. This one right here, it might be, I'm just gonna go with this one, and this one. You can buy these materials off the marketplace, but if you want to get the water, you are going to have to make yourself some sponges. And how do you make some sponges? I'll show you guys in 1 second. Alright, we are now in the club world, and what you need is, of course, the gardening bench. That's what you are going to need, and you do have to have a little, you just have to basically start it, but you need these water sponges as well, and then you need some glim, and you need some mushroom chunks as well. And we need to craft all of them. I'm just going to craft all 3 of them. You can, it doesn't really matter. You need 15 as well, so that is, of course, 45 of these. So we're going to go ahead and craft 45 sponges. It's done right there, and then we have to go somewhere where there is some water. So I'm just gonna jump to a drown world really quickly, and I'll see you guys there to get ourselves some of this water. Ah yes, now we are in a drown world. You just have to be somewhere where there's a lot of water, because if you want to throw them down fast, you need a bunch of water as well, or it's all gonna disappear. But as you can see, we got the sponges right here, water sponges in our hotbar here. So we're gonna start throwing them down. As you can see, we are now getting water back. I don't know if you can see from my big face, but you can see there's blue stuff coming back as we throw down the sponges. I would recommend you not throwing them too fast, because sometimes, you know, game is a little bit weird and it doesn't register. So as you know, at a steady pace, as I'm doing right here, always is a good choice. At least that's my experience, that if I threw them too fast, the game was kind of like, you know, basically. So we're gonna throw down the last ones here, and we should have 45. So you can go in and you can check, if you open up your inventory, you go to the tabs here and you go to whatever is the end, and you see we got 45 water right here. So let's head back to the hub and we can then now make the different special orders. And I accidentally said special orders because there's something in the thing which also special orders, which we're also gonna come to, but we do need to cook up the favorites. That's what I'm saying. So let's go here and we're just gonna go into the sides right here. Oh, sorry, favorites. As you can see, these are now lit up. It's also lit over here because I did get the water, but I'm not gonna, because like I said, these are a little bit expensive. So let's start crafting the first one. You can also do 3 of the same if you want to do so. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 3 different ones just because why not? As you can see right here, but you do get also, you know, you do get mastery for crafting each of them. So yeah, this is lit up still because of course I haven't, if I just go do like this, it's not lit up. So yeah, you should go ahead and make all of these. You are going to get some mastery for that. And you can go into your collections. You can't see it from my big fat face, but it should be under events, seasonal recipes right here, seasonal recipes. There should be one called let me see, Turkotopia recipes. These are the Turkotopia recipes, and these down here is the ones that I am missing basically. As you can see, there is a little bit above my head here. There's some 2%. I was about the 2 mastery points. It doesn't seem very much, but in the grand scheme, it is pretty much everything. So with that said, we can now, you can probably also use, let me actually see one thing here. Let me test something while you guys or with me. I think you can take Luxians as well. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I think you can. Mask of the Grubbler. Oh no, that was something else. So that's, I think that's a few things you can get drops as well. So those actually do work. Basically, how you get those is from Luxian. So whenever Luxian's around, you can buy like 5 of them, I think, or so, or a bunch of them as well. But it basically, it unlocks every event stuff and whatnot there is in the game. So it's a good thing to get, and it also takes previous and whatnot, all these things. But that was step number 3. We can now head into step number 4. All right, guys. So for step number 4, we have to do 3 of the Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving dailies that is here. So where do you find them? Well, this is where we just were right over here. And then on the opposite side, there's also a little, I don't know if this, is this the kids table? I don't know. But here is where we got, of course, the dailies. We are going to collect some organics. We're also going to complete a 3-star dungeon. And we also have to defeat the Turkotopia Delve boss as well. So we're going to go in here and see what those are. So again, collect organics from the Geo caves. You can also just do this one if you only want to do this one today. Like you can do this one tomorrow, and then, you know, if you want to do it over there. But you also defeat the Turkotopia Delve bosses, which is also something we do have to enter the Turkotopia and defeat any of the bosses there. And then we got complete 3-star dungeons. That's of course the 3-star dungeons as we know them. I would probably go to U9. I don't know if it, sometimes it not always works if you go to U11, but you can try to do so. But if it doesn't, it's surely going to work in U9 because that's old content as well. So maybe it's going to work like that. So let's go over here, and how are you going to go into the Turkotopia in the Delve? So how you're going to do it is that you go to the Turkotopia table, which is right over here. That's a lot of Turkotopia. And then you can see here is a gateway. There's also the Trotting Turkey. That's not the one we are looking for. It is the Turkotopia, this one as well. It's going to cost you some flux, some blank scrolls, and some pearl or wisdoms, or just one of them. And these all can be bought on the marketplace if you don't already have them. But you craft this one, place it down, defeat some bosses until it's done. It might not work on the first one. Sometimes we have like, hey, it's not working always on the same, you know, the first time. But you do have to make this one, and then you can get that as well. So just make sure that you do that if you want to do the delve. So I'm going to go do that so I can get all 3 done, so I can, you know, move on to step number 5. So I can show you guys that, because yeah, I'm going to do my dailies, and I'll just see you guys in step number 5. Alright guys, so for step number 5, we have to cook up those special orders as I talked about before. And this is very important that you do those dailies if you want to get it quick, or you can also, like I said, do it before slowly. I did figure out that the U11, you know, 5-star dungeons do work, so there's no problem with that. You can just go ahead and do it there. We are going to cook up the orders right now. So we go back to the oven as we had very here. Now the orders should be shown up right here. Some of them do cost water again. So if you want to do the water thing, it's very cheap to do so. There's more water, and there is some that doesn't cost water. This one costs plasma. It's basically the same thing. You just have to have some more gardening, but you get some plasma sponges. Go to basically a Neon City biome and just throw it into the plasma there. There's also water here, and this one does not cost anything, and this one do not either. So I'm gonna craft some of these here. Probably just gonna do this one, probably. I don't know which one is the cheapest, but this is not gonna cost me plasma or water, and just for the sake of the video, I'll do it a little bit quicker. So how are you gonna get all these special items right here? Well, you are gonna get it from Qubesly, as is right here. You can buy these from these here, these Trovian bullions. These are ones you get from the daily ones, from the daily quests and stuff like that. So you do one daily quest, but you do have to do 3 of them before you get to this step. So I guess that's it. Well, I'm gonna get the can of Pinzham. Is that Pinzham or something like Pinzham? Is it ham? And then you can go ahead and make this one as well. You do have to make all of them again if you over time to get those extra mastery points. You know, only 2 of them, but yeah, as you can see, when I craft this one right here, should give me 2 points. Yes, again, you can't see from my face, but that's gonna be basically you have to do 3 of them actually. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, so let's not do the water one. Let's not do this one. Let's do this one. Was there one more that wasn't anything? Oh, there was. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the face sugar. We do have the face sugar right here. Let me see, buy that one. That should craft this one. So there's one of them. I do have to go on the marketplace and buy a little, so I do have to spend a little money here. Which one was it? This one, yeah. Okay, we got to hit the Heart of Darkness. These are a little bit expensive, but I think we can manage just for the sake of the video. Heart Darkness. I put it as sorry, as oops, there we go. I said it as collected. There we go. And we can go through the Heart Darkness. And we gotta get ourselves, how many do we need to get? We definitely need to get, let's just buy these and these. This should be enough. Yeah, we have 28, so let's just update again. And we didn't buy the thing for it because I didn't know which one it was. It is the brain mold. Okay, that doesn't sound very nice, but that's the one that we're gonna get. We do have to craft 3 of them. I thought we only had to craft 1 of them, but yeah, that is gonna complete step number and also give me the mastery points. So I'd have to do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I was gonna do it anyways. But yeah, that is basically step number 5, and you can head into step number 6. All right, step number 6 and also last step in the, of course, first part of this one. It is you basically go to the big table up here. There should be some of it food that you can now take a bite out of. You can also, there's also the mold thingy over here. But basically all you do is just run up here and accept and take a bite out of this, and that's gonna complete you the first part here of the 6-parter. And now we can now do the next part as well, the next of the Pinzo as well. But yeah, this was the first part of the quest line, I guess you could call it. Now we're gonna head into part number 2 on step number 1. All right, guys, we are now on part number 2. The first step here, we have to make up with a Pinzo, so we have to meet up with him. But if this does not show up for you, it's because you haven't done the recipe that you wanted to. You do have to make a Pinzham one at the table here. You do have to make one of these special orders to do so. If you haven't done so, you have to do that before this shows up, right? Just making sure. So if you didn't see that, there's actually a step 0 to this. So if you did do this one, you do have to go ahead and do this one. You did get another, on one of these bouillons for this, so you should have at least one of these, so you can go ahead and make a can of the Pinzham, and then the Pinzham recipe, you have to do this one to open up for a meeting with Pinzo. But for step number 1, like I said, meet up with Pinzo. So where is he? He is right behind the big table. He's hidden away by the table. He's in the, I guess it's the little jail here, but he is printing that money, But yeah, we can also take a bite out of this one, and that's actually also going to give us some experience. I didn't say that before, but if you go around on all of these here, you are going to get these here. But if you don't have this one, if it doesn't show right here, it's because you haven't made that recipe, and you can go ahead and do that. And I think you can do it every single day. You can take a bite out of these and get some free experience as well to do so. I think that's pretty cool to just eat, and then you get some experience. But what we have to do here for step number 1 is to interact with Pinzo. Just go up and use the interact button. It doesn't matter which one it is. Just whatever. I use the E button, but it can be something else. But what we have to do is basically just go up and interact with him, and that's step number 1. And we get into step number 2. Alright guys, for step number 2 we have to go and defeat some invaders. And no, these are not the invaders that drop down from the sky. These are invaders that are in the Dragonfire Peaks. So I went ahead and just went to the Dragonfire Peaks right here. That's the one that has the most, but if any Dragonfire Peaks, you're gonna find these here little turkeys. These are around here. I did defeat one of them to make sure it was the right thing we're gonna do, because I thought it was like, first it was Pinzo's invaders, because there's also something they did with that. But you just have to go up, they look like these, and you just defeat it, as you can see right here. And they are all over the place in Dragonfire Peaks, but you do have to be in the Dragonfire Peaks area. And this of course has the most of it, so I went here. Of course that just makes a lot of sense to defeat all these. You just have to defeat 10 of them, and you can see they are pretty common. You just have to run around. I do have a mod that shows the kind of enemies like this, so that's why it shows up there, but they're not too hard to, and you only need to get 10. So, and also when you get these open areas like these, they're pretty easy to see as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get those 10 invaders done, and I'll see you guys in step number 3. Alright guys, for step number 3 we have to do 3 more dailies, but it's the same dailies that we just did. So I do like the concept of them. We have to come back tomorrow and do 3 more of the same dailies, but it's not really helpful for the video. But it's basically these guys that are right over here, and as you can see I cannot pick it up again, even though I already done it. So if I wanted to do this step, I do have to wait until tomorrow, but I'm not gonna wait until tomorrow to get you guys the video. So I'll explain the other steps just from, just kind of, because I know what the last steps are, of course, but I'll show you guys just when we get to that. But you have to do 3 dailies tomorrow to get it done as well. Keep that in mind as well if you are doing it like when the event is almost over. They actually have to use 2 days to do so as well, to complete everything there is with it. But I'll explain you guys basically. So yeah, do 3 dailies for step number 3, and we head into step number 4 where I explain what we're actually gonna do, but not do it as well. But see you in step number 4. Alright, so for step number 4, you can see it right up here, and thanks to Trove as well. It should have been here, or it should be here now, I guess. But yes, what you have to do is to do another delve. So the delve you have to do, and I'm going to show you right over here. It's going to be the one we did before as well. So we're just going to go into the Tokotobia and make ourselves another delve. You can also actually do the trotting one as well, but yeah, I don't know which is most expensive. It seems like this one is the cheapest one, so I will just take this one. I can do both of them and just keep going until the step is going to complete itself. I know it's on step 3, but step 4 is going to be, you can do that at the same time. You can do that tomorrow because it's going to be the same as well. But go to the delve, go through it, basically do just keep doing bosses until you have it done, and then you are done with step number 4. So it's just basically doing the same delve we did before. So if you want to get that from for step number 4, so just go ahead and do the delve, craft it, do the delve, do the bosses, and that's gonna complete your step number 4 tomorrow if you are doing it today. But see you. We gotta see. Oh, of course, and see you guys in step number 5. Alright, for step number 5, we have to do, and a shout out I forgot to say that in step number 4, a shout out of course go to Trove that has all this posted on their, on their website, as they always do. But for step number 5, we have to throw confetti. I don't know how much it is, it doesn't say that on Trove, but you just have to craft yourself some, some confetti. You can also buy it off the marketplace. I, again, don't know how much that is, but I'll show you guys where you can craft your own confetti depending on how much you need to throw of it. I'll show you guys that in this step here in just 1 second. Alright guys, we are now in the club world, and in the club world we do have to find ourselves the fun factory. You can craft yourself the fun factory, and here you can craft confetti balls. They do cost 100 glim each, so you can look at the marketplace too if you want to buy them or you want to make them with your glim. But again, we don't know how many you'll need to craft. I think it's going to be 10. Usually it's like around 10, but we don't really know how many it is. But yeah, that's really what you want to do, and just go ahead and craft yourself the balls for throwing at a Pinzo as well. You can just throw them on the ground probably, but if it doesn't work, you probably have to throw them at him or whatever. Never to say what they actually changed a little bit, but usually that's how it is. But again, it's not very expensive. You just have to do what it is. So anyways, that was step number 5, and I can now head into step number 6. Alright, so for the last step of second part, the step number 6, all you have to do is go back to Pinzo, go down here and take a grab out of this one here. It's called the Pinham. The Pinham here, I already did it, so I can't do it again. It also kind of showed that I completed the step, so maybe I've already completed the step, but you know, I'm stuck on this step right here. But since I can't do this today, I just have to wait until tomorrow. I do have to wait until tomorrow to do the dailies anyways, but you know, basically that's what you have to go up here, grab a bite, and also of course remember to grab a bite of your other stuff as again, get that extra free experience just for doing a little bit of that. It's not too much, but I do think it stacks with an XP potion, so I think next week is gonna be experience week, or do we have it this week? No, it's not experience week this week. The second stat reroll, so no, that's gonna be fast invaders next week, so it's not gonna stack, but it's still gonna stack with your XP potion if you wanted to use one of those. But that is gonna complete yourself step number 6 and all of the steps for you know, for the Friendsgiving event we got going on in Trove right here. I'm gonna go to editing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, that's the regular YouTube rant, right? So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!